Hello there and welcome to a quick tutorial on how to operate some of the key features of a Hyundai Tucson. What we ask first of all is that you download the Blue Link Europe app on your smartphone, create an account, and when you get to the page that says add vehicle, please don't do anything further. We'll help you link it up when you collect your vehicle. Okay, now some of the features are applicable to an N-Line S and an Ultimate. Some of the features in those two models you will not get on the models beneath, but it's more to do with the features within the actual infotainment system, because the setout more or less on a hybrid model is the same. Subtle differences when you go for a petrol manual, but that'll be explained to you when you select the vehicle you're looking to buy. So if I could just start with going to general. In here is where you would find your date and time, and if you're going to take it into Europe, it's where you would find units. Also, if your first language isn't English, you would go to language and select that and choose the country that you would like the interpretation on the unit to be. Now, all models from the premium up will get a power tailgate. So how to operate that would be you go to vehicle, then doors, and you can see that here operates the power tailgate there. So from the power tailgate you can turn it on and off. You've got the opening speed on the power tailgate. You've got the opening height, so you can adjust the height. You can also do this by pulling the power tailgate down to the desired height, pressing the open and close button and holding it for 3 seconds until it bleeps at you twice. Okay, and then it'll adjust to that height. You can turn the smart tailgate on and off. So if you have, if you're parking it near in a garage or anything like that, or somewhere where it's parked against the wall, you might want to turn it off, because if it detects the key, it may open the tailgate and brush against the wall. Now, you can also operate the ambient lighting within the car. You'll see here you have the ambient lighting. You can change the colour of that ambient lighting to your desired colour. Something to keep the kids entertained. Climate as well. You have your defog and defrost options, ventilation. So basically from here what you can do is on real extreme cold weather, when you turn your heated seats and heated steering wheel on, what will happen then is it will adjust to a warmer climate on the heated seats and heated steering wheel. Okay. Also, coming out of that, if you go to lights, you have the one touch indicator. So when you indicate, you'll see that it does that. Also, you can change the amount of flashes that you can have, and it'll do it up to 7 times. Okay, the welcome mirror and welcome light, basically when you approach the car, when the car is locked, the wing mirrors will go in, but when you approach the car with the key in your pocket or in your bag, the wing mirrors will retract and the lights will come on. Okay, so coming out of that, from the N-Line S, which we're currently sitting in, and the Ultimate, they will come with a head-up display. Okay, you can actually on the head-up display adjust it to the desired height. So it goes from 20 to 0, 20 being the highest and 0 being the lowest. I suppose it depends really on your height, but you can also rotate it as well. And the brightness of it, you can turn it up to the brightest, or you can have it down when it's dark. So on the cluster, you can select your cluster theme. Looking on the clusters here, you have that one's modern. You can have it on simple, or you can have it on classic. Your graphics style, you can link this to drive mode. Okay, but that's style A, style B, and style C. Okay, so with your drive mode being here, you can just push that button up and it will select between eco and sport, and it will change the drive mode as well. Okay, so if we link that to drive mode, that's what it will do. There you go. Okay, So looking at the navigation, you have so when you set a destination in the satellite navigation, you can have the option of having your vehicle speed on there, your traffic info. Also, you can go to alerts. You can turn on, when it's linked to BlueLink, it will allow you to detect the static cameras. Okay, now that is legal in this country. I do suggest that if you take it to France, you turn it off, as they frown on it, but they frown on it a little bit. You've also got your camera alert settings here, which will determine how far ahead you want to the car to notify you that there's a static camera. It's always set at 0.25 on the general roads, like B roads. On the motorways and A roads, what will happen is it will bleep at you within half a mile. Okay, now you have also, this is your BlueLink, so we'll activate all of this when you arrive. So it's really easy to do. The BlueLink app allows you to perform vehicle diagnostic checks on the car, so it will tell you whether the on the car, it will tell you tire repairs. So if your tire pressures are low, it will tell you. You can also put destinations from your phone into the sat nav. Calendar, so if you make doctor's appointments or any sort of appointment, you can put that in your calendar on your phone, and the car will tell you when that's due, so it will give you a reminder. Okay, so things like buttons on the steering wheel, so when you go to that screen will change. So when you press the star, the screen will change. You can set it to maps, come out of it, so you can have like a quick route to the satellite navigation screen, and that's what that will do. Okay, so that's nice and easy. So that's basically just a quick overview of this particular screen, with all the things that we would take you through on your handover. So I suppose I better show you really how to set a destination. So the easiest way of searching is to go to search, put the required postcode in, and please use a space, press OK. It will then search for your destination. You then select the destination, and it will give you 3 routes. You just select the quickest route and press start guidance, and it's as simple as that. Okay, you can store home address, your work address. I would always suggest maybe putting in maybe not putting your home address in case the car is stolen. The car does have what they call valley mode. So with valley mode, what happens there is it will basically allow you to shut down the infotainment system to protect all of your data if you're parking it in a car park, or simply the car is stolen. You can actually shut this infotainment system completely down, protecting all of your personal information. Okay, so that is really a quick shot of the infotainment system. So with the N-Line S and the Ultimate, you will get a 360 camera. So looking at the camera, you have a quick shot of the camera there as well. So or you can have the rear camera just on with a overview here, and the front camera on with an overview over here. Okay, moving down, you have heated seats and ventilated seats. Now the heated seats and heated steering wheel, they're on from the premium upwards. Now the ventilated seats you'll get on the N-Line S and the Ultimate. Okay, now the car has heated wing mirrors. Now to activate heated wing mirrors, you would just have to make sure that your heated screen is active. If you're all frozen, frosty windscreen, you can just press this front demister and it will shut all the vents down here and push all the ventilation to the front. Okay, moving down, you have the ability to when you're parked and your front sensors are going off, you can turn that off. When you drive forward for about 10 seconds, this will reactivate again, but it's only temporary, shuts off the front sensors. Parking camera. So when you're driving forward, you can actually activate your reverse camera as you're driving forward. So if someone's being a nuisance, it'll allow you to take the plate and report the person to the police. If you're towing anything and you're going down a sort of steep hill, this is your downhill assist, which will slightly tweak on the brakes to avoid snaking. You also have your auto hold. So with auto hold, you'll see that's there. Now when you come to a full stop at traffic lights or a traffic jam, that symbol will turn green. That means you can take your feet off the pedals and leave it and drive, and it means that the car won't go anywhere until you put your foot on the accelerator. Now, one of the main differences between model year 24 and model year 25 and 26 is the gear toggle. So basically, rather than the gears being sat up here, they have this stalk. So very simple: foot on the brake, forward for drive, back for reverse, and then push the stalk button at the end for park. Okay. Now moving up to the steering wheel, you have adaptive cruise control. This is very important. So when you're happy with the speed that you're traveling, you just take your feet away from the accelerator pedal, press that button at the top, and on here will be a little car symbol. Okay. Now, if you feel you're too close to the car in front, you can adjust that distance by pushing this button. Now that goes between 1 and 4 dots in front of the car symbol on the dashboard. Now when it detects a car, another car will appear at the other side of the dots, and that means that it's keeping the distance set by yourself. Okay. Now this is your trip. So this basically changes the information that you want to see there. You have your lane keep and lane following assist. So with lane keep assist, you'll see that that's a little symbol just here. With lane following, if you press that button once, you'll see a little steering wheel appear just here. Now when both are active, the symbols will turn green. Now if you want to disable those both, you just press 1 to get rid of the lane, the lane following, and press and hold the button until that emblem turns orange, and that means that that's disabled. Okay. So you have automatic wipers, automatic lights, which are now set, and it will tell you which settings are on this screen here. So down here on hybrid models, you'll have a 12-volt reset button. So if you park the car at a car park for a long period of time, you may find that you come back and try and press the button to open it and it will not open. It will seem like the battery is dead. You just have to release the key fob, or the key blade, take off the cover from the driver's side on the handle, and unlock the vehicle and press this 12-volt reset button. That should activate the 12-volt battery, and you should be able to start and drive off as normal. Okay. Traction control. You also have your tailgate that you can open from inside the cabin. Power folding wing mirrors. Press this button and the wing mirrors will come in. This is if you stop to pick anyone up, you may have to unlock the car from the inside of the vehicle to let them gain entry. So yeah, I mean, it's a very quick overview. I appreciate we're now about 14.5 minutes in. There is a couple of bits I wanted to just differentiate from the N-Line Premium and Advance. So with the N-Line S and the Ultimate, you will gain a head-up display. Now I don't know whether you can see the 0 there, that's your head-up display. This is available only on the N-Line S and Ultimate. Okay. You also will get a glass panoramic roof. Okay. And you will get the ventilated seats, which is the cooling seats for the summer. Okay. Now, just on here, you get a wireless charging pad. You can use the USB-C by pushing that button as a charger, and also you get a separate USB-C for the driver or any other passengers that are there. You will get USB-Cs in the rear. Now, how to start the vehicle. For the hybrids and automatics, simply put your foot on the brake and push this push button start. For the manuals, you must put your foot on the brake and the clutch and push the push button start to start the vehicle. Okay. Now, this up here, most cars have had this for a few years now. Hyundai is no different. This is the SOS button, so if the car is in an accident at any point and you're unable to talk, there's no need to worry, because the vehicle will contact the emergency services automatically, and it will pinpoint your location as well. If you inadvertently cut someone up and they're angry and they're trying to gain access to the vehicle, then you can press that button and alert the emergency services. Okay. Now, thank you for listening. That is a quick overview of how to operate some of the more in-depth controls of the vehicle, because we know here that you just want to pick up your car and probably go, and having a salesman talking to you for 17-18 minutes, there's only so much people can take in that they're going to learn. But no, we've produced this video to put onto your WhatsApp for you to look at your leisure, and also, you know, it's something to revert back to as well. Okay, thank you very much for listening, and I hope you enjoy your Tucson, and welcome to the Hyundai family. Thank you.